Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are in good conditions, not only you, your family also in good conditions, because this pandemic situation getting worse day by day. You have to be very careful as well as your family members. Please take proper precautions when you are going out and avoid to get in any gatherings or any more people or any kind of gatherings, any social interactions kind of thing. Just avoid. This is not the right time for all those things. Okay guys, so please take care of yourself and your family. Okay guys, now for this week I am having the topic, I have chosen the topic for you for discussion is analytical instrument or equipment qualifications. First thing, definitely it will come to your mind, why analytical instrument need to be qualified, why it is required, qualification of instrument, why it is required, first of all comes in your mind. So guys, I want to tell you one thing, in this industry, in this specifically in this pharmaceutical industry, whichever and whatever we are hearing, everything either it is qualified or validated. If you take the suppose manufacturing process, that is validated. In your analytical method, those are validated. That in that manufacturing chemist or analytical chemist who are doing the performing the manufacturing activity or who is doing the analytical laboratory chemist activity, those guys also they are qualified first, then only they are permissible or allowed to do their activity. Guys, understood? So same or likely wise, instrument need to be qualified before using for the actual analysis or for production purpose. So guys, in this analytical equipment qualification, what I am going to discuss with you, so there are the 5 major things only you need to concentrate, followed by when you will do the actual involved in the actual qualification and activity, you will get the more knowledge. Just for starting, you just focus on the 5 things. First thing is it will be URS, followed by it will be DQ, followed by it will be IQ, and finally it will be PQ. So what is URS, what is DQ, what is IQ, what is OQ, what is PQ? Okay guys, one by one I am telling to you related to all of this. So guys, URS is nothing but user requirement specifications. What is user requirement specification? That means suppose you want to purchase one instrument, so first you should know what is my requirement of that instrument, what kind of software I require, what kind of accuracy of instrument I require, that instrument I want to purchase for which purpose, which analysis I want to perform. Okay, then what kind of material it will be selected by that instrument. Okay, so not all equipment is usable for the all kind of analysis. So this, what is my applications will be that instrument, what will be the my accuracy criteria I want to paper, what is the error factor I want to consider. So all these things will come in your URS. Okay guys, so what is basically what is your requirement, that will be you need to prepare first. Based on that you have to prepare the DQ. So user shall prepare the design qualification summary by concealing the vendor document against the user specifications. Okay, so vendor will provide you the documents of their instruments. So what is your URS, what is your specification, and what is the design qualification is that will be given by vendor. You have to prepare the one summary report. Okay, and based on that you have to do the gap analysis also, if any gap is there and all. So that is the thing. So URS versus DQ, followed by you have to go for the DQ is nothing but design qualifications guys. Okay, so followed by you have to go for IQ. IQ, what is that? IQ is the nothing but a installations qualifications. So installations qualifications is what is the installation qualification? Suppose that you purchase that instrument. Okay, so where you want to place the instrument. Okay, where that environment will be, what is the requirement to place the instrument, suppose it is some temperature control you require or not. Okay, any light sensitivity or any other thing, other kind of requirement will be there or not. So that will be installations qualification. What are the dimension, size or place you require to put that instrument, what is the actual area you need to put that instrument. Okay, this all comes under your IQ. Okay, so DQ guys, you have cleared the URS, user requirement specifications, followed by design qualification. Okay, that is comes from the vendor only, and you have to prepare the one gap assessment between the what is your specifications and versus BQ specifications. Okay, followed by you have to go for the IQ. So these all the activities, this IQ activity will be performed by whom? It will not be performed by the users, it will be performed by the service provider, or the who is the manufacturer, or who is the supplier or vendor of that particular analytical equipment. So those guys will come to your lab and they will install the equipment, followed by operational qualifications, that is called OQ. What is operational qualification? It is checking of the fitness of the instrument as per the design qualifications, it is there or not. Suppose the design qualifications telling that our instrument is having so and so features, so operation qualification, so and so feature is properly working or not, that only. So that is the start button, it is working or not, that is the stop button, it is working or not, like that kind of thing. Whatever the design qualification specifications they are telling, all those things are that particularly operating or not. So that is the operation qualification, followed by it will come the PQ. This is the final part, performance qualification. Performance qualification is the fitness of that analytical equipment or instrument. You are checking that is actual intended use. That means what? Suppose you are purchasing that instrument for, you are doing some particular analysis, so you will run some analysis, dummy analysis over that instrument, and you will check what are the result criteria, is it meeting the system suitability criteria or not, all those things you are checking. So you suppose you purchased one pH meter, so it is perfectly, suppose one buffer solution you are having, known buffer solution 7, you know buffer's pH is it is not checking, 7 pH means 7, so how much it is showing in the instrument. So it is kind of checking the instrument for what you are purchasing, and followed by the instrument is properly work accordingly to that, not that is the performance qualification. Some people also tell as calibration also part of the PQ, performance qualification. It is, you can also say calibration also, you can say as it is performance qualifications. Okay guys, so guys here this is the equipment qualification process. So you have to go for the URS, followed by DQ, and then EQ, IQ, then OQ and PQ. So this step. And now one more information I want to give you here. So total analytical equipments, we can divide into the three groups, that is A, B, C. Guys, here one thing will come, that is the GAMP. I think you all comes to know that what is the GAMP. GAMP is the nothing but good automated manufacturing practices. So all the equipment softwares we are using now, this GAMP category, it is comes under the GAMP category. For the analytical equipments, it is come under the GAMP 3 category. There are several categories are there, please guys studies on all those things. So for analytical equipments, it is comes under GAMP 3, and they are also divided by 3 categories, GAMP 3A, 3B and 3C. So GAMP, what are the GAMP 3 instruments? GAMP 3 instruments guys means this instrument or equipments, they don't require any calibrations, or they don't give the any measurement values. Guys, understood what I am telling? Like suppose you take any sonicator or any hot plate, these are used for the analytical equipments, but these are not giving any measurement, any result you are not giving. For that any calibrations also you are not required. So this is the GAMP comes under GAMP 3A. Next category is the GAMP 3B. These are the instrument, they are giving you the results, and they require the calibrations also. Okay, they are giving you the result, but they are not that much automated or that much softwares. All those things are not there. Like a pH meter, analytical balance, these are comes under the GAMP 3B. Now GAMP 3C, all are the other instruments that we are having the complex software we are using, like HPLC, GC, IR, UV, all comes under the GAMP 3B. Here instrument, they require the must and should operations, calibrations, and they are giving you the values. So the PES will take care of the requirement. So guys, so this is the instruments also we can categorize 3. So today I don't want to discuss, don't want to make my video lengthy and more. Just I want to finish here only. Guys, just please listen once again and come back to my channel again and again, and let me know what are the topics I shall discuss more and more. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching me.